The life you dream about is just 7 small decisions away? What if everything you want, success, clarity, peace, confidence, isn't waiting in some distant future, but hidden in the choices you make every single morning? Have you ever wondered why some lives transform while others stay trapped in the same cycle? And what if the difference is a habit you haven't learned yet? Listen closely, because the world doesn't change in a single moment, but a single moment can start the change. A quiet promise to yourself, a step so small it almost feels insignificant, until one day it reshapes everything. Picture this, a version of you who wakes up with purpose, a version of you who doesn't doubt, doesn't hesitate, a version strong enough to steer their destiny. These 7 habits are not theories, they are not cliches, they are tools, powerful, practical, and transformative. Tools that can rebuild your mind, rewire your actions, and rewrite the story you're living. Welcome to 7 daily habits that will change your life. A guide designed not just to inspire you, but to ignite you. So take a breath, lean in, because by the time this journey ends, you won't be the same person who pressed play. Now, let's begin the audiobook. If you are ready, let me open the very first page of this journey.
Chapter 1: The Dawn of Transformation. The truth is simple, yet most people spend their entire lives ignoring it. Your habits are the architects of your destiny. Not your dreams, not your intentions, not your motivation. Your habits. Every morning, before your eyes fully open, your life is already moving in a certain direction. Maybe you feel it, maybe you don't, but your habits are quietly pulling you toward a future you either love or a future you regret. Some people drift through life like leaves floating on water, carried wherever the current pushes them. Others, very few, learn to shape the current itself. This book is about becoming one of those few. Today, we begin a journey not of massive changes, not of overwhelming rules, not of impossible routines, but of 7 small, powerful habits. Habits that are gentle enough to begin immediately, yet strong enough to revolutionize your entire existence. But before we reach those habits, we must first understand the foundation they stand on. Because transformation doesn't begin with action. Transformation begins with awakening. The weight of invisible choices. Think back to yesterday. How many decisions did you make consciously? 5? 10? Maybe 20? In reality, you likely made hundreds, but almost all of them were silent, automatic, and invisible. These tiny decisions stitched together the fabric of your day, and your day became a thread in the cloth of your life. Did you check your phone before taking your first breath of morning clarity? Did you eat whatever was easiest instead of what your body needed? Did you move your body, or did you promise yourself later, knowing later rarely comes? Did you keep the commitments you whispered to yourself at night? These choices might seem small, but every small choice is the seed of a habit. And habits grow with or without your permission. Your life right now, your energy, your stress, your success, your confidence is the fruit of habits planted years ago. If you feel stuck, tired, unfocused, or unfulfilled, it's not because you are weak. It's because your habits have been trained to deliver exactly the results you're experiencing. And that is the greatest news you will ever hear. Because if your habits created your current life, they can create a different one too. The myth of big change. Most people believe change must be dramatic, a huge resolution, a bold decision, a complete reset. But real transformation doesn't work that way. Big changes collapse under their own weight. The mind resists anything that feels threatening or unfamiliar.
This is why people join gyms in January and disappear by February, why they buy planners but never follow them, why they promise themselves new beginnings and return to old patterns within days. But imagine this instead, a small shift, so small your mind doesn't resist it, so small it feels harmless, so small you can do it even on your worst days. And then imagine repeating it, day after day, week after week. That is how real transformation begins, softly, quietly, invisibly, like the first light of dawn. Why 7 habits? Why not 20? Why not 50? Why not 3? Because 7 is the perfect balance, a complete system without becoming a burden. Each of the 7 habits you will learn in this audiobook is designed to unlock a different part of your potential. Your mind, your discipline, your energy, your clarity, your emotional strength, your direction, your consistency. Together, they create a life that doesn't depend on motivation, but on momentum. A life built not on force, but on alignment. A life shaped not by who you used to be, but by who you are becoming. The first step, awareness. Before we enter habit 1, we must slow down and do something almost no one ever does. Look at our life honestly. Take a moment. Picture your morning, your routine, your thoughts, your mood, your priorities, your patterns, your distractions. Do they support the person you want to become? Or do they drain your potential little by little? Because if we do not examine our habits, we become prisoners of routines we never chose. Most people wake up reactive. They start their day in chaos, checking messages, scrolling social media, rushing through tasks, forgetting themselves in the noise of the world. A reactive morning produces a reactive life. A chaotic start produces a chaotic future. But a deliberate morning, a focused start, a calm first hour, that kind of morning becomes a career advantage, a confidence generator, a mental shield, a quiet force that shapes your entire day with intention. That is why habit 1, which we will explore deeply in the next chapter, begins with the morning ritual. But before we reach it, there is one more truth you must understand. The person you are becoming. Look ahead, not 1 day ahead, not 1 month ahead, 20 years ahead. Who will you be? What kind of energy will you live with? What kind of mind will you carry? What kind of relationships will surround you? What kind of peace will you feel when you wake up? Most people underestimate the power of small habits across long periods. They imagine success is built in sudden leaps, a big break, a huge opportunity, a burst of motivation. But real success is built slowly, quietly, patiently, through the tiny, unglamorous habits repeated day after day. It's built in the mornings when no one is watching, in the choices that seem too small to matter, in the discipline you build when excuses whisper louder than goals. Your habits are shaping a future you cannot yet see, but one day you will be living inside the results of the decisions you make today. And that is why you are here, listening, learning, preparing, because you are ready to rise. The internal shift. Right now, yes, at this exact moment, something powerful is happening inside you. Your awareness is shifting. Your focus is awakening. Your curiosity is stirring. Your commitment is strengthening. You are no longer someone who moves through life unconsciously. You are stepping into intention, into ownership, into clarity. You are beginning to see your life not as something that happens to you, but something you can design. This is the moment when transformation becomes inevitable. Not because everything changes at once, but because you change inside. And once that inner shift begins, the outer world has no choice but to follow. The journey ahead.
In the chapters to come, you will not be overwhelmed. You will not be pressured. You will not be asked to change your entire life overnight. Instead, you will be guided gently, step by step, habit by habit. From the first moment you open your eyes each morning to the final reflections you make before sleep, you will learn to build a life that feels intentional, powerful, and deeply aligned with the future you want. But before we go any further, there is one final truth to absorb, a truth that will determine everything that comes next. You are closer to transformation than you think. The life you want is not far away. It is one habit away, one commitment away, one day away. And tomorrow morning, your new story begins. But first, we step into habit 1, the habit that sets the tone, the mood, the energy, and the strength for everything that follows. A habit that shapes your entire day before the world even knows you're awake. And now, we turn the page toward the most important moment of your day, the moment that decides all the others.
Chapter 2. Habit 1. The Morning Mindset Ritual. What if the first 10 minutes of your day secretly decide the next 10 hours of your life? And what if the future you're praying for depends on how you spend the moments right after you open your eyes? Morning is not just a time of day. Morning is a battlefield, one where most people lose before they even get out of bed. And the reason is simple. Your mind wakes up before your body does. Before your feet touch the ground, your thoughts have already begun shaping your reality. The tone of your entire day is set in the silence between sleep and awakening, a silence most people never pay attention to. This chapter is about reclaiming that silence, transforming it, turning it into your greatest weapon. Because if you can control your morning, you can control your life. The power of the first 10 minutes. Picture this. You wake up, reach for your phone, scroll through messages, notifications, news, and videos, and suddenly your mind is flooded with noise. Even before your day truly begins, your mental energy is scattered, your attention stolen, your clarity diluted, your focus hijacked. Millions of people start their day reacting to the world instead of directing it. They absorb other people's priorities, other people's emotions, other people's demands. And then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed, stressed, depleted, behind. But you are about to do something different. You are about to claim the first 10 minutes of your day as sacred territory. Because your morning mindset ritual is the foundation upon which every habit and every dream is built. The science of the morning mind. When you wake up, your brain is in its most impressionable state, operating in alpha and theta waves. This is the same state used in hypnosis and deep learning, meaning your mind absorbs whatever you feed it, and it absorbs it effortlessly. If the first thing you consume is chaos, comparison, or stress, you carry that emotional frequency into everything that follows. If the first thing you consume is calm, clarity, direction, and intention, you carry that into your decisions, your conversations, your work, and your relationships. The morning mindset ritual is not just a habit, it is emotional programming, it is cognitive conditioning, it is self-alignment. And it is one of the 7 habits that will reshape your life from the inside out. Designing the ritual. A morning ritual does not need to be long. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. You don't need complicated routines, special journals, or expensive tools. All you need is 10 intentional minutes. Let's break it down. Step 1. Wake with awareness. 1 minute. Before you get out of bed, pause. Feel your breathing. Feel the stillness. Let your mind land softly instead of rushing into the noise. Ask yourself one quiet question. What kind of energy do I want to bring into today? Not what tasks you will do, not what obligations you have, but what energy will guide you. Calm, sharp, focused, patient, strong. This simple question shifts you from automatic living to conscious living. The first thoughts of the day. Most people wake up thinking about problems, but problems aren't meant to greet you before the sun does. Train your mind to begin with gratitude, presence, and possibility. Try this. Speak or think 3 powerful statements the moment you wake. Today is a gift. I am capable of handling anything that comes. I will choose progress over perfection. These are small sentences, but they act like anchors, stabilizing your mindset before the world touches it. Hydrate and breathe. 1 glass of water. Deep, slow breaths. 10 seconds in, 10 seconds out. This is not about fitness. This is about awakening your nervous system gently and giving your body what it desperately needs after hours of sleep. Breathing signals your brain, I am safe, I am present, I am in control. 60 seconds of stillness. You might call it meditation, you might call it reflection, you might call it grounding. Whatever name you choose, the purpose is the same. Give your mind a moment to settle before the day tries to shake it. Sit or lie still. Close your eyes. Listen to the quiet. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your heartbeat guide you. This is not about being perfect. It's about being centered. The one daily question. 2 minutes. Every day, ask yourself, what is the one thing I must do today that will make the day truly meaningful? Not 5 things, not a long to-do list, just one. Because clarity creates power, focus creates excellence, and simplicity creates results. Write it down somewhere, a notebook, your phone, a sticky note, anywhere. This single question will change how you move through your day. It brings direction, purpose, intention, and most importantly, it prevents your energy from being scattered across 50 meaningless tasks. A dose of inspiration. 2 minutes. This is where you feed your mind. Read a paragraph from a book. Listen to 60 seconds of a motivational clip. Repeat an affirmation. Remember a goal. Give your mind something uplifting, something that aligns with the future you're building. Because the world will drain you, people will test you, life will challenge you. You need something each morning that lifts you above that noise and strengthens your inner world. A micro-action. 2 minutes. Your brain loves momentum, so start your day with a tiny win. Make your bed, drink water, stretch for 20 seconds, clean your desk, organize something small. Why? Because this tells your mind, I am a person who takes action. That identity, even formed by small actions, becomes the foundation of bigger changes later. A micro-action builds psychological momentum before the day even begins. Why this ritual works? Because it creates a buffer between you and the world. Instead of letting your phone dictate your emotions, instead of letting notifications set your priorities, instead of letting stress dominate your morning, you take control. You set the tone. You choose the direction. You decide the energy. This ritual becomes a daily declaration. My life will not be shaped by chaos. It will be shaped by intention. The hidden transformation. After a few days, you'll notice it. After a few weeks, others will notice it.
After a few months, it will redefine you. You will wake up calmer. You will make decisions faster. You will handle stress without collapsing. You will move with confidence instead of confusion. You will feel clearer, lighter, more aligned. And slowly, quietly, powerfully, your life will begin to shift. You will no longer be reacting to life. You will be directing it. All because of 10 minutes each morning. The deeper meaning of this habit. The morning mindset ritual is not a routine. It is not a productivity hack. It is not a motivational trick. It is a message to yourself. I matter. My mind matters. My future matters. It is the first promise you keep each day, the first victory you claim, the first moment where you choose who you are becoming. Because the world will try to shape you, but your morning is where you shape yourself. And in those first silent moments of the day, when no one is watching, when the world is still sleeping, when your mind is soft and open, that is where greatness is born. That is where strength begins. That is where transformation becomes irreversible. The road ahead. You now understand habit 1. You know why mornings matter. You know how to reclaim them. You know how to build a ritual that ignites intention from the first breath of the day. But this is only the beginning, because the next habit, habit 2, is where your body begins to support your mind, where energy becomes fuel, where discipline becomes physical, and the transformation deepens. Now that your mind has awakened, it's time to awaken the power of your body and unlock the discipline that carries you through every challenge ahead.
Chapter 3. Habit 2. The discipline of daily movement. What if your body has been trying to speak to you, but you've been too busy to hear its whisper? And what if the strength, energy, and clarity you've been searching for have been locked inside your muscles all along? Your body is more than a vessel, more than a machine, more than something you carry through the world. Your body is a storyteller, and every day it tells a story through tension, posture, breath, pain, strength, and movement. But here's the truth most people never realize. When your body stagnates, your life stagnates. When your body moves, your life moves. This chapter is not about fitness. It's not about six-packs, gyms, or heavy workouts. It's about awakening the energy lying dormant inside you. Energy that has the power to transform your mood, sharpen your mind, and elevate your entire life. Daily movement is the second habit because it fuels every other habit. A strong mind needs a strong body behind it. A determined spirit needs a vessel that can carry that determination forward. Movement is not optional. Movement is life. Your body, the forgotten engine of success. People often think discipline is mental, but discipline begins in the body. Think about your best days, the days where you felt confident, productive, sharp, and emotionally stable. On those days, your body played a huge role. You walked more, you breathed deeper, you stretched, lifted, moved, or engaged physically. Your blood was flowing, your muscles were awake, your energy was alive. Now think about your worst days, the days when everything felt heavy, slow, dull, or chaotic. On those days, you moved less, you slouched, your breathing was shallow, your body felt tight, your mind felt foggy, your energy was stuck. Your physical state is the gateway to your mental state. Change the body and the mind follows. Change the mind and the day follows. Change the days and your life follows. This is why habit 2 is powerful, because it doesn't just change your health, it changes who you become. The myth of needing motivation. Most people say, "I can't exercise because I don't feel motivated." They wait for motivation as if it's a guest who might knock on the door someday. But motivation doesn't come first. Movement comes first. Movement creates motivation. Movement creates energy. Movement creates discipline. When you take action before you feel ready, you rewire the brain. You teach yourself a new identity. I move because I choose to, not because I feel like it. That identity is unstoppable. But the key is to start small, so small your brain doesn't resist it. Because the goal isn't to exhaust your body, the goal is to awaken it. Why movement changes everything. When you move your body, even for a few minutes, the following happens. Your brain releases serotonin and dopamine. Stress hormones decrease. Your mood becomes lighter. Your focus sharpens. Your creativity increases. Your confidence rises. Your patience expands. Your motivation activates. This is not theory. This is biology. And your biology is your biggest ally, if you use it. Daily movement gives you more energy than it takes. The more you move, the more alive you feel. And soon, the world begins to feel different, not because the world changed, but because you did. Designing the daily movement habit. You don't need to become an athlete. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need long workouts. You only need 10 to 20 minutes daily, intentionally. We focus on consistency, not intensity. Identity, not perfection. Momentum, not exhaustion. Here are 3 movement levels. Choose the one that fits your life right now. Level 1, the gentle awakening, for beginners or busy mornings. Duration, 10 minutes. 2 minutes, deep breathing and shoulder rolls. Wake the nervous system gently. 3 minutes, light stretching. Neck, back, hamstrings, the tension zones. 5 minutes, brisk walking or slow-paced jogging in place. Raise the heartbeat slightly. Get your energy flowing. This level is perfect for people who feel tired, beginners starting fresh, or anyone short on time. Level 2, the energy builder, balanced daily habit. Duration 15 minutes. 3 minutes warm-up, arm circles, ankle rotations, deep breaths. 8 minutes body weight routine. 20 squats, 10 push-ups or wall push-ups, 20-second plank. Repeat twice. 4 minutes cool down and slow breathing. This level builds strength, improves mood, and increases confidence. Level 3, the power routine, for people ready to push further. Duration 20 minutes. 3 minutes warm-up. 14 minutes combined routine. 1 minute fast walking or jogging. 1 minute push-ups. 1 minute jumping jacks. 1 minute squats. Repeat the cycle 3 times. 3 minutes cool down. This level is extraordinary for mental clarity, resilience, and discipline. But remember, the goal is not which level you choose. The goal is choosing daily movement, every day without skipping. Because a habit is not built through intensity. A habit is built through repetition. The psychology of movement. Movement teaches you things no book or teacher ever can. 1. Consistency over excuses. There will be days you don't want to move. Those days define you. 2. Progress over perfection. Some days will be strong, some will be slow. Both still count. 3. Control over chaos. Movement creates a feeling of agency and a reminder that you are in control of your energy. 4. Identity over outcomes. When you move daily, you begin to see yourself differently. I am someone who takes care of my body. This identity bleeds into other areas. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who finishes what I start.
I am someone who stays consistent. And eventually, I am someone who doesn't quit. The emotional power locked in your muscles. Most people don't realize this, but emotions live in the body. Anxiety tightens the chest. Stress tightens the shoulders. Fear sits in the stomach. Sadness lives in the spine. Anger stays in the jaw and fists. Failure sinks into posture. Regret lives in the muscles. Movement releases emotional weight that talking alone cannot. When you move, you don't just build strength, you free yourself from the emotions that have been stuck inside you for too long. Movement becomes therapy, healing, releasing, rebalancing. And that is why even a short walk can suddenly clear your mind, why stretching brings unexpected relief, why a small workout can shift your entire mood. Your body remembers. Your body releases. Movement is the language the body uses to let go. What happens when you practice this habit daily? After 1 day, you feel lighter. After 3 days, you feel clearer. After 1 week, you feel stronger. After 3 weeks, your identity shifts. After 2 months, your entire lifestyle transforms. Your mornings become energetic. Your focus becomes sharper. Your mood becomes more stable. Your stress becomes manageable. Your self-respect increases. Your confidence rises naturally. You begin to trust yourself. This is the transformation Habit 2 brings to your life. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to move. Because movement is not just physical action. It is a message to your future. I am becoming someone better, stronger, and unstoppable. The body-mind connection deepens. When your body begins to transform even slightly, your mind follows. Your thoughts shift. Your discipline strengthens. Your patience increases. Your purpose sharpens. Your entire life becomes easier because your body becomes capable, and a capable body births a capable mind. Habit 2 is the foundation of physical resilience, and resilience is the foundation of a powerful life. But now, your transformation is about to deepen even further, because the next habit, Habit 3, is where you begin feeding the most powerful engine you possess, your mind. Your body is waking up. Now it's time to awaken the fire inside your mind and unlock the mental power that will shape everything ahead.
Chapter 4. Habit 3. Feeding your mind with purpose. What if every thought you think is either building your future or dismantling it? And what if the key to becoming unstoppable is not working harder, but thinking smarter every single day? Your mind is the most powerful tool you own, yet for most people, it is the most neglected. They feed it noise, distractions, and meaningless chatter. They scroll endlessly. They consume random content. They let every outside influence shape their beliefs, moods, and actions. The result? A foggy mind, shallow focus, limited energy, a life led by reaction, not direction. Habit 3 is the antidote to that. It is about feeding your mind with purpose, not entertainment, not escape, not distractions, but knowledge, inspiration, and ideas that shape the person you want to become. Because your thoughts are the architects of your reality, and the quality of your thoughts depends entirely on what you feed your mind. The mind is a garden. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every thought is a seed. Some are weeds, fear, doubt, worry, negative self-talk. Some are flowers, curiosity, creativity, knowledge, wisdom. If you feed weeds, your life becomes chaotic. If you feed flowers, your life becomes abundant. The problem is, most people don't consciously plant seeds. They let the world throw seeds at them.
And over time, those seeds take root without permission, shaping their identity, habits, and future. Feeding your mind with purpose is like gardening. It is deliberate, it is intentional, it is choosing what grows. The science behind mental nutrition. The human brain is designed to absorb patterns. It learns from repetition. It grows when challenged. It rewires itself based on what it experiences. If you spend 30 minutes a day reading, learning, or reflecting, you are feeding neurons, building connections, and strengthening mental pathways. If you spend 3 hours a day scrolling social media or consuming junk content, your brain adapts to distraction, shallow thinking, and overstimulation. This is why feeding your mind with purpose is not optional, it is essential. Your thoughts are the raw material of your life. Control the input, and you control the output. Daily practices to feed your mind. Reading for growth. 15 to 20 minutes daily. Choose books, articles, or audiobooks that inspire and teach. Avoid content that leaves you anxious, frustrated, or distracted. Feed your mind information that aligns with your goals, values, and future self. Intentional learning, 10 minutes daily. This could be a podcast, a tutorial, or a short course. Focus on skills or knowledge that improve your abilities, perspective, or understanding of the world. Reflection and journaling, 5 to 10 minutes daily. Write down key lessons learned. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? What can I improve tomorrow? What thought or idea excited me most today? This practice strengthens memory, awareness, and clarity. Limiting mindless consumption. Notice when you consume content out of habit, boredom, or avoidance. Ask, does this help me grow? If not, pause and redirect your attention to something purposeful. The power of focused thinking. Feeding your mind is not just about consuming knowledge, it's about directing your thinking. A distracted mind is powerless. A focused mind is unstoppable. Focus acts like a magnifying glass in the sun. Scatter it, and it's just light. Concentrate it, and it can ignite fire. Your mental diet is the fuel for focus. Your focus is the engine of results, and results create your life. How this habit transforms you. When you feed your mind with purpose daily, your decision-making improves, your creativity blossoms, your confidence grows, your problem-solving becomes effortless, your emotional resilience strengthens, your perspective shifts from scarcity to abundance, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, you begin to think like the person you want to become. Your mind shapes your habits shape your actions shape your destiny. Breaking the cycle of mental junk food. Most people start the day with digital noise, scrolling feeds, emails, notifications. This is the equivalent of feeding your body candy for breakfast, temporary stimulation, long-term fatigue, and poor performance. The antidote is simple. Replace the junk with purposeful input. Your first hour matters the most. Your first thought matters the most. What you read, watch, or listen to in those early hours sets the tone for your day. Habit 3 ensures that your mind is awake, sharp, and ready to face challenges instead of exhausted, reactive, or chaotic. Micro habits for mental growth. Morning reading ritual, even 10 minutes every morning. Daily reflection. Write one insight, one gratitude, one action. One focused idea per day. Identify a thought to dwell on that strengthens your goals. Curate your inputs. Remove or reduce negative or shallow media. Even small doses daily compound over time. One idea a day becomes 365 ideas a year. One lesson a week becomes 52 lessons a year. 1 month of purposeful mental feeding transforms your life trajectory. The emotional impact of a well-fed mind.
A well-fed mind feels lighter, it feels empowered, it feels capable. Stress diminishes because clarity replaces confusion. Fear loses its grip because knowledge builds confidence. Doubt fades because preparation strengthens certainty. Your mind becomes your ally, not your adversary. Your thoughts work for you, not against you. Your energy flows toward creation, not chaos. This is the real power of feeding your mind with purpose. You are no longer a passenger in your life. You are the driver. The hidden link between mind and body. Notice how this habit connects to habit 2, movement. When your mind is clear and focused, your body moves with more intention. When your body is strong and energized, your mind becomes sharper. The synergy between physical and mental habits amplifies your transformation. Neglect one, and the other suffers. Master both, and your growth becomes unstoppable. A daily mental blueprint. Here's a simple morning routine to feed your mind. Wake up with awareness, take a deep breath, set intention. Read or listen for growth, 10 to 20 minutes. Reflect or journal, 5 to 10 minutes. Identify a focus thought, one idea, one lesson, one plan. Avoid junk content from early morning. Follow this consistently, and your mental clarity will skyrocket. Your thoughts will align with your goals. Your decisions will feel natural and confident. Your day will begin with momentum instead of chaos. The secret of compound mental growth. The magic of habit 3 is compound interest for the mind. Small daily doses of growth accumulate invisibly. After 1 month, subtle shifts appear. After 3 months, noticeable clarity emerges. After 1 year, your thinking, your decisions, and your entire perspective on life are fundamentally transformed. You don't need to read hundreds of books in a year. You don't need to attend endless seminars. You just need daily, purposeful mental nourishment. Over time, this will give you an unfair advantage, the kind of mental edge that separates average performers from extraordinary achievers. The path forward. Feeding your mind with purpose is the cornerstone of long-term success. It is the foundation upon which all other habits rest. Habit 1, your morning mindset, awakes your mind. Habit 2, daily movement, energizes your body. Habit 3, purposeful feeding, sharpens your thinking. Together, they set the stage for peak performance, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. But this is only the beginning, because the next habit, habit 4, takes you inward. It teaches you the art of silence, reflection, and emotional mastery. It is here that your mind truly becomes unshakable. Your mind is waking up, energized and ready. Now it's time to enter the sanctuary of silence, where emotional mastery and inner strength await.
Chapter 5. Habit 4. The silence that strengthens you. What if the answers you've been searching for are hidden not in noise, but in silence? And what if the moments you spend doing nothing could be the most powerful moments of your life? We live in a world of constant noise. Notifications, alerts, calls, messages, meetings, traffic, chaos. Even when you are alone, your mind never stops, scrolling, worrying, planning, doubting. The human mind was never designed to thrive under this kind of relentless bombardment, and yet most people surrender to it every single day. This is why Habit 4 exists, the silence that strengthens you. It is the habit of intentionally stepping away from noise, external and internal, to reconnect with your deepest self. It is the habit that sharpens clarity, strengthens emotional control, and reveals your true priorities. Because the mind cannot perform at its highest level while drowning in constant stimulation. The hidden power of silence. Silence is more than absence of sound. It is a reset for your nervous system. It is a mirror for your mind. It is the space where creativity is born, intuition speaks, and mental clarity emerges. Neuroscience shows that periods of quiet activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and long-term planning. Without silence, your mind defaults to reactive behavior, impulsive choices, and short-term thinking. By embracing silence, you gain a profound advantage. You learn to respond instead of react. You observe instead of reacting unconsciously. You think deeply instead of being shallowly distracted. The emotional strength hidden in stillness. Silence is also an emotional gym. When you pause, you confront feelings you normally avoid. Anxiety, fear, doubt, resentment. Most people flee from these emotions with noise, social media, television, or conversation. But facing them in silence strengthens emotional resilience. It allows you to process, release, and move forward without carrying invisible weight. Every minute spent in deliberate silence builds emotional fortitude, the kind of inner calm that cannot be shaken by stress, criticism, or chaos. Daily practices of silence. Silence does not require sitting in a dark room for hours. It can be simple, short, and intentional. Here are several ways to practice. 1. Morning reflection, 5 to 10 minutes. Before your day begins, sit quietly. Close your eyes. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice tension in your body. Breathe deeply. This is not meditation for beginners. It is an exercise in self-awareness. 2. Walking in silence, 10 to 15 minutes. Take a walk without music, phone, or conversation. Focus on your surroundings, the sky, the wind, the sounds of nature. Notice your heartbeat. Feel your body. This practice calms your nervous system and sharpens perception. 3. Short pauses throughout the day. Even 1 to 2 minutes of silence between tasks can reset focus. Close your eyes. Breathe. Observe your thoughts. Return to your work with renewed clarity. 4. Evening journaling in silence, 5 to 10 minutes. Reflect on your day. Write without distraction. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What did I learn? What could I do better tomorrow? Silence is where self-reflection becomes actionable insight. The mental reset effect. Practicing silence is like giving your mind a software update. Without it, thoughts become cluttered, stress accumulates, and decisions are reactive. With it, mental clarity is restored, creativity flows, and emotional regulation improves. Even 10 minutes a day can create dramatic changes over time. Improved focus, better decision-making, enhanced creativity, reduced stress, emotional stability, greater patience. And this is just the beginning. The connection to your other habits. Habit 4 complements your previous habits. Morning mindset ritual, habit 1, wakes your mind. Daily movement, habit 2, energizes your body. Feeding your mind, habit 3, sharpens your thinking. Silence, habit 4, strengthens emotional resilience, focus, and clarity. Together, these habits form a foundation that prepares you for peak performance, deep reflection, and intentional living. Silence as a strategic advantage. The world values noise. The world rewards those who shout, act fast, and appear busy. But silence is the secret weapon of the most successful individuals. Entrepreneurs who make decisive, thoughtful choices. Athletes who visualize success before action. Leaders who listen more than they speak. Artists who create in solitude. Silence allows you to hear the subtle signals others miss.
It gives you mental space to solve problems. It gives your intuition a voice. It gives your actions purpose. And in a noisy world, this is a rare and powerful advantage. Overcoming resistance to silence. Most people resist silence because it forces them to face themselves. I'm too busy. I have too many thoughts. I get restless. All of these are excuses. The mind will try to avoid discomfort. The ego will resist stillness. The world will scream for your attention. But Habit 4 thrives on small, consistent practice. Start with 5 minutes. Increase gradually. Notice the difference. The benefits compound like interest in a bank account. Practical tips for deepening your practice. Create a quiet space, a corner, a chair, or even a park bench. Turn off devices. No notifications, no phone, no distractions. Set an intention. What do you want to feel or achieve in silence? Breathe consciously. Count your breaths. Observe your chest rise and fall. Observe without judgment. Thoughts will come. Let them pass. Reflect afterward. Journal insights, revelations, or emotional shifts. Even a short practice each day builds a mind that is calm, focused, and resilient, ready to take on any challenge. The hidden transformation. Habit 4 transforms more than your mind. It changes your relationship with yourself. It builds trust that you can face your inner world without running. It develops patience for the process. It sharpens observation skills. It strengthens emotional intelligence. It gives you the ability to remain composed under pressure. This is the kind of inner strength that will amplify the next habits: prioritizing effectively, honest self-review, consistency. Because transformation is not just about action, it is about balance between thought, emotion, and energy. Silence is where that balance is cultivated. A daily silence routine example. Morning silence, 5 to 10 minutes reflection before starting your day. Walking or moving in silence, 10 to 15 minutes to calm the nervous system. Micro pauses, 1 to 2 minutes between tasks to reset focus. Evening journaling, 5 to 10 minutes to reflect, analyze, and plan. Consistency is key. Even small amounts compound into profound clarity, resilience, and control. The path forward. You have now mastered waking your mind, Habit 1, energizing your body, Habit 2, feeding your mind with purpose, Habit 3. Habit 4 teaches you to master your inner world, the thoughts, emotions, and awareness that determine how effectively you use all the other habits. With silence, you no longer react to chaos. You respond with wisdom. You act with intention. You live with clarity. But the next habit, Habit 5, takes this inner clarity and applies it outward. It teaches you how to prioritize effectively, to focus on what truly matters, eliminate distractions, and channel your energy into meaningful action. Your mind is clear, your emotions are steady, and your inner strength is growing. Now it's time to harness that clarity to master your priorities and achieve real impact in your life.
Chapter 6, Habit 5, Mastering the Art of Priority. What if most of your energy is being spent on things that don't actually matter? And what if the secret to unstoppable progress isn't doing more, but doing less, better, smarter, and intentionally? We live in a world of constant demands. Emails, notifications, meetings, social obligations, deadlines, and 1,000 little tasks that scream for attention. It feels urgent. It feels important. It feels impossible to control. And yet, most people spend their lives reacting to what's loudest, fastest, or most immediate. Rarely do they stop and ask a crucial question:
What truly matters? This is the essence of Habit 5, Mastering the Art of Priority. It is not about being busy. It is about being purposeful. It is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things, the tasks, the decisions, and the actions that move your life forward. Because energy spent on the wrong things is wasted. Focus on the right things and momentum becomes inevitable. The illusion of busyness. Most people equate busyness with productivity, checklists overflowing with minor tasks, endless meetings that go nowhere, hours spent on social media under the guise of research, tasks completed for approval rather than progress. Busyness feels productive, it feels necessary, it feels like movement. But busyness is often distraction masquerading as progress. It gives the illusion of achievement while keeping your most important goals untouched. Mastering priorities is the antidote to this chaos. The 80-20 rule. Here's a secret the most successful people know. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Most people work on the 80% that produces nothing and neglect the 20% that creates everything. Habit 5 teaches you to identify that 20%, to focus on high-impact tasks, to eliminate, delegate, or delay the low-impact noise. This is not laziness. This is strategic focus. This is power. How to identify your priorities. Clarify your goals. What matters most to you this year, this month, this week? Write it down. Make it specific. Make it measurable. Distinguish urgent from important. Urgent equals demands immediate attention. Important equals moves you toward your long-term vision. Most people spend all their time on urgent tasks while ignoring the important ones. Rank your tasks. Ask, will this task move me closer to my goal? Will it make a meaningful difference? Is it aligned with my purpose? Prioritize accordingly. Set boundaries. Say no to interruptions. Say no to low-impact requests. Say no to activities that drain energy without producing results. Saying no is not rejection, it's commitment to your mission. The daily priority routine. Morning review. Before the day begins, ask, what is the one thing today that matters most? Focus your energy on that first. Task batching. Group similar tasks together to minimize distraction and maximize flow. Time blocking. Allocate dedicated periods for your most important tasks. No interruptions, no excuses, no multitasking. Evening reflection. Ask, what did I accomplish today that truly mattered? What could I do differently tomorrow to focus on what's important? Daily reflection reinforces priorities and strengthens focus. The power of saying no. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every yes is a no to something else. Every commitment takes energy away from your true priorities. Every distraction steals time from your goals. Successful people master the art of saying no, without guilt, without hesitation, without apology, because they understand the value of their attention. Attention is finite. Time is finite. Focus is finite. Protect it like gold. Priorities create freedom. Counterintuitively, focusing on fewer things creates more freedom. When your energy is directed toward what matters, decisions become easier, stress decreases, productivity increases, impact grows. Life feels purposeful instead of chaotic. You are no longer a slave to busyness. You are a master of results. The psychological impact. When you align daily actions with your true priorities, confidence grows because you see progress. Motivation increases because work feels meaningful. Discipline strengthens because choices are aligned with purpose. Clarity emerges because chaos is minimized. This alignment between intention and action is the hidden power of Habit 5. Priority traps to avoid. Perfectionism, spending too much time on unimportant tasks because you want them perfect. Overcommitment, saying yes to everyone, everything, and every opportunity without discernment. Distraction addiction, mindlessly checking messages, notifications, or social media instead of focusing on your high-impact actions. Avoidance, procrastinating important tasks under the guise of doing smaller tasks first. Habit 5 trains you to see through these traps and reclaim control over your life. Small wins compound. Even small steps toward your true priorities create momentum. Completing a high-impact task daily strengthens confidence. Completing one important task a week builds discipline. Completing one important project a month transforms your life trajectory. Momentum is built one intentional choice at a time. Priorities and habits. Notice how Habit 5 connects to previous habits. Morning mindset ritual, Habit 1, sets clarity. Daily movement, Habit 2, energizes your body. Feeding your mind, Habit 3, strengthens your thinking. Silence, Habit 4, strengthens your emotional focus. Now Habit 5 channels all this clarity, energy, and strength toward purposeful action. Your energy is no longer scattered. Your focus is sharpened. Your day, your week, your life, all aligned. The freedom of intentional living. Mastering priorities is not just about productivity, it is about freedom. Freedom from chaos, freedom from distraction, freedom from reactive living, freedom to create, focus, and achieve. When you consistently act on what matters most, life feels lighter, your choices feel confident, your results feel inevitable, your growth becomes unstoppable. Daily Priority Blueprint. Morning intention, identify your top 1 to 3 priorities for the day. Block time, protect focused periods to work on these priorities. Eliminate noise, say no to tasks and distractions that don't align. Reflect, at day's end, review accomplishments and adjust. Consistency in this practice compounds exponentially. Weeks and months later, you realize you've accomplished more in less time than most do in years. The hidden transformation. Mastering priorities changes more than your to-do list. It reshapes your identity. I am a person who focuses on what matters. I am a person who protects my time and energy. I am a person who achieves results. This identity strengthens every other habit. Clarity enhances focus. Focus strengthens discipline. Discipline fuels consistency. And eventually, mastery over priorities becomes mastery over life. The path forward. You now understand. Life is noisy, busy, and distracting. Energy is finite. Attention is limited. True power comes from doing fewer things better. Priorities are the bridge between potential and results. But your journey is far from complete. Habit 6, the next habit, is where your inner truth is revealed. It teaches the habit of honest self-review, confronting weaknesses, acknowledging blind spots, and consistently improving yourself. Because clarity without self-awareness is incomplete, and results without reflection are fleeting. Your priorities are clear, your focus is sharpened, and your energy is aligned. Now it's time to look inward and confront the truths that will unlock your next level of growth.
Chapter 7, Habit 6, The Mirror of Self-Review. What if the one person holding you back from greatness is the very person looking back at you in the mirror? And what if the key to unstoppable growth isn't learning more, but seeing yourself clearly, flaws, patterns, and all? We spend so much time chasing external achievements, promotions, recognition, money, status, that we forget the most important work is internal. The most powerful habit for lasting transformation is self-review, the deliberate act of looking inward, honestly evaluating yourself, your actions, and your choices. Because without reflection, progress is random. Without self-awareness, momentum is wasted. Without facing truth, change is impossible. Habit 6 is about building a daily feedback loop with yourself, a mirror of reality that reveals strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities for growth. Why self-review is non-negotiable. Humans are naturally blind to their own blind spots. We all have habits, beliefs, and patterns that quietly sabotage our results. Without self-review, mistakes repeat. Weaknesses persist. Opportunities slip by unnoticed. Success is slower and harder. With self-review, mistakes become lessons. Weaknesses become areas of focus. Opportunities are seized. Progress accelerates. The question is simple. Do you want to live in denial or grow with awareness? The daily self-review ritual. Self-review does not require hours of reflection. A consistent 10 to 15-minute practice is enough to create radical clarity. Here's a structured approach. 1. Morning intention check. 2 minutes. Before diving into your day, ask, what am I focusing on today? How do I want to show up? What outcome would make this day meaningful? This sets the intention and primes your mind for alignment. 2. Midday pulse. 3 to 5 minutes. Pause midway through your day to check in with yourself. Are you still aligned with your priorities? Are you reacting or responding? Are your actions moving you closer to your goals? This brief check prevents drift and builds accountability. 3. Evening reflection. 5 to 8 minutes. At the end of the day, review your actions and emotions. What did I do well today? What mistakes or patterns held me back? What could I improve tomorrow? Did I honor my priorities, my energy, and my values? Write down your observations. This is the mirror where you confront truth and plan for improvement. The psychology behind self-review. Self-review works because humans learn through feedback. Without reflection, feedback is random, delayed, or external. With reflection, feedback is immediate, internalized, and actionable. This is how high performers operate. Athletes review game footage. Artists critique their own work. Leaders analyze decisions and outcomes. Consistent self-review rewires your brain to spot patterns, adjust behavior, and grow exponentially. It creates self-accountability, the most reliable form of discipline. The emotional benefits. At first, self-review can feel uncomfortable. Facing weaknesses, mistakes, or failures is humbling, but over time it becomes liberating. Regret diminishes because lessons are learned daily. Self-doubt decreases because awareness replaces confusion. Confidence grows because action is intentional, not accidental. Emotional resilience strengthens because you know yourself intimately. The mirror may be honest, but it is also your greatest ally. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Criticism overload. Focusing only on flaws creates negativity. Balance it by acknowledging wins. Inconsistency. Skipping days weakens momentum. Daily reflection compounds results. Surface-level review. Avoid vague thoughts like, I did okay. Ask precise questions and dig deeper. Avoidance of responsibility. Don't blame circumstances or others. Take ownership of your actions. The synergy with other habits. Notice how Habit 6 interacts with the first 5 habits. Morning mindset, Habit 1. Awareness of thoughts and intentions. Daily movement, Habit 2. Energy to act effectively. Feeding the mind, Habit 3. Mental clarity for accurate evaluation. Silence,
Habit 4. Emotional stability for honest reflection. Priorities. Habit 5. Focus for meaningful self-assessment. Without self-review, all previous habits can become mechanical or surface level. With self-review, they become intentionally amplified. The growth mindset built through reflection. Self-review cultivates a growth mindset. You stop fearing mistakes. You start seeking lessons. You embrace challenges as opportunities. You understand that failure is feedback, not judgment. And this mindset transforms every aspect of life. Work becomes purposeful. Relationships become deeper. Decisions become wiser. Confidence becomes unshakable. Growth accelerates because every day becomes a deliberate step toward your best self. Micro-habits for self-review. Daily journal. Capture key observations about actions, emotions, and priorities. End-of-day scorecard. Rate your day based on alignment with goals, energy, and integrity. Pattern recognition. Identify recurring mistakes or areas of excellence. Accountability partner, optional. Share reflections for additional insight and motivation. Even small, consistent practices compound into massive personal growth. The hidden transformation. Self-review does more than improve performance. It creates self-awareness, knowing your triggers, strengths, and weaknesses. Self-respect, owning your choices, even uncomfortable truths. Self-discipline, daily practice reinforces accountability. Self-confidence, progress builds certainty in your abilities. It also cultivates humility, gratitude, and patience, because growth is a journey, not a sprint. The path forward. Habit 6 equips you with the most honest feedback loop imaginable, yourself. You see where you are succeeding. You notice where you are failing. You plan your next steps with precision. You refine actions to align with goals, priorities, and values. But transformation is incomplete without action. Reflection must lead to application. Habit 7, the final habit, is where reflection becomes consistent action. It teaches you how to build unbreakable consistency, the habit that binds all 6 previous habits into a life-changing system. You now know yourself more deeply than ever before. Next, you'll discover the final habit that transforms knowledge, energy, and intention into unstoppable, consistent action.
Chapter 11. Living the Transformation. Turning Habits into a Legacy. What if the true measure of success isn't what you achieve today, but the life you create over decades? And what if your daily habits could leave an impact that outlasts you? You've learned, integrated, and sustained the 7 daily habits that can change your life. But now comes the ultimate question. What do you do with this transformation? Transformation is not just for you. It is a gift to your future self, your loved ones, and the world around you. This chapter explores how to live the transformation fully, turn daily habits into lifelong impact, and create a legacy that endures far beyond your own lifetime. The ripple effect of transformation. Your habits are not contained in isolation. They influence everything you do, your relationships, your work, your health, your decisions, your mindset. When you consistently show up as your best self, you inspire others to do the same. You create environments that foster growth. You leave a footprint that others follow. Your daily choices ripple outward, creating impact beyond imagination. From self-improvement to contribution. Transformation has 2 levels: personal mastery, clarity, energy, focus, and results. Self-awareness, resilience, and discipline. Contribution to others, using your growth to uplift, support, and influence others. Sharing knowledge, energy, and wisdom. The most fulfilled lives combine both levels. Personal transformation without contribution feels empty. Contribution without personal growth feels unsustainable. Living the habits fully requires both. Embedding values into daily action. To sustain transformation and create legacy, define your core values. Align every habit with those values. Make decisions based on principles, not convenience. When habits reflect your values, actions become automatic extensions of identity. You stay consistent even when motivation fades. Growth is aligned with purpose, not external validation. Habits are no longer mechanical, they are expressions of who you are. Mentorship and influence. Sharing your journey amplifies transformation. Mentor someone in your habits and routines. Inspire colleagues, friends, or family by example. Create accountability partnerships that strengthen both parties. Influence grows naturally from consistent action and authentic alignment. The more you live the habits fully, the more others follow your lead, intentionally or unintentionally. Creating a life map. A life map is a visualization of your transformation and impact. Set long-term goals, health, relationships, career, personal growth. Prioritize what truly matters. Map daily habits to goals. Each habit should move you closer to your vision. Habit integration ensures momentum builds naturally. Review and adjust. Weekly, monthly, yearly self-review ensures alignment. Adjust routines, energy, or priorities to stay on track. Your life map connects daily actions to a larger purpose, creating intentional legacy. Resilience through life's challenges. Even the best habits will be tested. Unexpected setbacks, loss of motivation, personal challenges, external pressures. Consistency, self-review, and identity-based habits ensure resilience. You recover faster. You adjust with wisdom. You continue progress even in adversity. Transformation becomes not just achievement, but adaptable, unshakable strength. The power of reflection on legacy. Ask yourself daily and weekly, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I leaving a positive impact on others? Are my habits shaping the person I want to be remembered as? Reflection turns daily habits into purpose-driven action. You are no longer just living for today. You are building a life that endures. Practical strategies for living the transformation. Anchor habits to life goals. Ensure every habit reinforces long-term vision. Celebrate milestones. Reinforce identity and motivation through meaningful rewards. Share your growth. Teach, mentor, or inspire others using your journey as a guide. Document your journey. Journals, videos, or notes allow reflection and long-term perspective. These strategies ensure your transformation is permanent, integrated, and influential. The emotional depth of living the transformation. When you fully live the 7 habits, you wake up with clarity and purpose. You act with confidence and intentionality. You influence others naturally. You feel fulfillment daily. You know that your life is aligned with your deepest values. Emotionally, this creates a sense of freedom and empowerment like nothing else. You are no longer reactive or distracted. You are deliberate, intentional, and unstoppable. Integration into a legacy mindset. Legacy is not about fame or wealth. It's about the positive impact and consistent example you leave behind. How you treat others, how you act under pressure, how you inspire growth, how you consistently show up. Your habits become your signature. Your daily actions become your legacy. Your life becomes a story of purpose, discipline, and impact. Your transformation is now complete. Habits learned, integrated, and sustained. But the ultimate journey lies ahead, applying this knowledge every single day to live a life of unstoppable impact and fulfillment. Chapter 12. The Final Step. Living Your Transformed Life. What if everything you've learned so far is only powerful when applied every single day? And what if your life's transformation depends on the moment you decide to never go back to the old you? You've journeyed through the 7 habits: morning mindset, waking with clarity and purpose; daily movement, energizing your body for action; feeding the mind, sharpening intellect and wisdom; silence, mastering your emotions and thoughts; priorities, focusing on what truly matters; self-review, seeing yourself honestly and learning; consistency, making all habits unstoppable. You've integrated them. You've sustained them. You've started seeing the transformation ripple through your life. Now the final step is to live this transformation fully every single day for the rest of your life. The power of daily action. Transformation is not a one-time event. It's the result of small, intentional actions repeated daily. Each morning you choose clarity over chaos. Each movement you choose energy over fatigue. Each learning moment you choose growth over stagnation. Each pause you choose awareness over reaction. Each decision you choose what matters most. Each night you reflect and refine your actions. Each day you show up no matter what. This is the rhythm of transformation. This is the heartbeat of a life fully lived. Anchoring transformation in identity. The most powerful way to ensure your new life sticks is to anchor it in identity. I am someone who starts each day with purpose. I am someone who takes care of my mind, body, and emotions. I am someone who focuses on what truly matters. I am someone who reflects, learns, and improves daily. I am someone who shows up consistently no matter the circumstances. Identity shapes behavior. Habits aligned with identity are automatic, effortless, and unstoppable. When your identity becomes your guide, your transformation becomes permanent. The role of reflection and adaptation. Even at the final step, self-review is essential. Ask yourself daily, am I living in alignment with my priorities and values? Have I honored my energy and focus today? What lessons did I learn, and how can I improve tomorrow? Ask weekly, which habits need adjustment? Which routines are working perfectly? How can I create even more impact? Reflection ensures growth never stops. It turns habits into mastery. It turns effort into lifelong transformation. Consistency is the force that converts knowledge into results. Knowledge without consistency is wasted potential. Effort without regularity leads to fleeting progress. Action without alignment creates chaos. When you commit to showing up every day, even imperfectly, you cement your transformation. Consistency is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It makes transformation inevitable. Sustaining transformation through challenges. Life will test you. Obstacles will arise. Motivation will waver. Circumstances may seem impossible. This is where transformation is proven. When you persist despite setbacks. When you adjust habits but never abandon them. When you prioritize long-term impact over short-term comfort. Resilience, built through the 7 habits, ensures that you rise stronger every time. Your transformation is no longer fragile, it is permanent and unshakable. Living with purpose and impact. The final step is not only about personal growth, it's about creating impact and leaving a legacy.
Your energy influences those around you. Your clarity inspires others. Your focus and consistency serve as an example. Your wisdom and reflection uplift friends, family, and colleagues. Transformation becomes a force, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. Your habits are no longer actions, they are your signature on life. The daily blueprint for lifelong transformation. Morning. Mindset plus feeding the mind plus silence. Daytime. Movement plus priorities. Evening. Self-review plus consistency. Weekly. Reflect, adapt, mentor, celebrate progress. Long-term. Align all actions with life goals, values, and purpose. Follow this blueprint consistently. Refine it as life changes. Trust the process. Watch small actions compound into extraordinary transformation. The ultimate reward for complete transformation. When you fully live your transformed life, you wake each day with purpose and clarity. You act with energy, focus, and intention. You handle challenges calmly and effectively. You influence and inspire others without effort. You end each day feeling fulfilled, knowing you've lived aligned with your values. Emotionally, this is freedom, empowerment, and fulfillment. No longer are you reactive, distracted, or uncertain. You are deliberate, intentional, and unstoppable. Your legacy in action. The final step is to live as if your daily habits are your legacy. Treat each moment as a chance to reinforce identity. Treat each action as a building block of impact. Treat each day as a step toward a life fully lived. This mindset ensures that your transformation is not temporary, it becomes permanent, visible, and influential. You are no longer a spectator of life. You are the architect of your destiny. You are a master of habits, a force of growth, and a creator of legacy. The hidden power of completion. This chapter is more than the end of a journey. It is a launching point for the rest of your life. Habits become natural extensions of identity. Transformation becomes your default state. Momentum compounds, growth never stops, and impact multiplies. This is the ultimate reward for showing up, learning, integrating, and sustaining the 7 daily habits. Take a moment. Breathe in. Reflect on how far you've come. You are no longer the person who started this journey. You are someone who wakes each day with clarity, energy, and purpose. You act with focus and intention. You review, reflect, and improve. You show up consistently even when life is hard. You create impact beyond yourself. You are unstoppable. This is more than growth. This is freedom, mastery, and legacy. This is the life you were always capable of living. And now, with every habit learned, every habit integrated, and every habit sustained, you are fully equipped to live your transformed life every single day. Your journey doesn't end here. It expands, multiplies, and evolves with every choice you make. This is your moment, your life, your transformation, your legacy.